All right, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is doing great. Let me see, get some things squared away here. Hope everybody had a great week so far, and ready to do some more learning in the videos, man. How did the birthday videos go? How many of you guys tried them yesterday? Because I know I did talk to some of you guys, and there's some nervousness out there. I mean, some of you guys are still scared. Some of you guys are still nervous about doing this. It's. I remember when I first started this, I had the same nervousness. I mean, it's just like, the story of me telling you guys when I went out and started doing the radio stuff. I mean, I was sweating freaking bullets. When I told you guys that story, I mean, literally, they were standing back from the stage and like, hey, get Micah a towel, a paper towel. I was that freaking nervous. Seriously, I was that nervous. So I mean, I get what you guys are feeling, and that's why doing stuff like the birthday videos, that's to me, coming from where you guys stand, is almost a good crutch to use, but you've got to think of it that way. And today's challenge is the same way. And with doing the birthday videos, one half of it, or actually not half of them, all the videos are going to somebody you know. So it's a warm person, it's a warm contact. Number two, you've got a mask on of some sort. You've got something funky going on. You're being funny. And it's like the post I did, or actually the whole video I did yesterday. Me with the mullet, the whole get up, that came from our president's trip back in February. We were all sitting there at dinner one night, and we're just sitting there talking about, what we, how we looked back in the day, what we did back in the day, and how everything came together with spouses, and just how, just reminiscing about everything. And then somehow pictures of everybody that had mullets started floating around the table. And one of our guys said, you know what? At the branch managers meeting, we should all go up there and surprise them with mullets. Get some big old outfit going on the whole 9 yards. It was like, yeah, let's do it. And it's like, that's how it came to be. And, people did, when we came up the elevator and walked out, people were looking like, what in the world? But at the same time, they were laughing in a funny way. They weren't laughing at us. They were laughing with us. And there's a difference. You've got to understand, they're not laughing at you. They're laughing with you. It's like a comedian. They're laughing. It's not because they're making fun of the comedian. It's because of what the comedian said. In this case, it's what you're doing. It's your action. They're laughing at your action, which is what you want. You want that response. If they're not laughing, all right, then maybe what you did is not right. So, but in this case, everybody laughed, which is the reaction we wanted. So we received the action we set out to get. And that's the way you guys look at these birthday videos. And then today is the text. That's a little bit different. It's more of a business piece, and we'll get to that in a second. But the birthday video, you just you get your phone out, get Instagram, and find a filter. And the filter I used yesterday, I mean, the fact I was all, set up in that costume, and then I put the filter on, I look nothing like myself. Nothing. You're going to look like yourself because you're not going to have a wig on. You're not going to have glasses and all that stuff going on. So they're going to be able to tell who you are for the most part, unless you've got some full-blown mask on. And that's where I say, hey, just tell them your account didn't get hacked, just so they don't freak out or anything like that. But sing them happy birthday and roll with it. And you're going to get engagement. The engagement's what you guys want. That is what so many people are scared to go out and get. But you need the engagement. If you don't have the engagement, you don't get the client interaction. You're just stumbling onto your clients. This will help you get and create engagement. And that is what you want. You want to create engagement. And this is a bridge. The birthday video is a bridge that helps you go back, re-engage your people. Because at some point, We're all human. Doesn't matter what kind of CRM we use, what we do. At some point, there's some breakdown in the communication with somebody, especially if you've been in the business as long as some of us have. There's someone along the line that we just did not do a good job with. We're human. It just happens. And you can use this to re-engage people. And the people that you are fearful of re-engaging, sometimes those are the best people. Sometimes those are the people you need to really engage the most or re-engage the most with. Because if let's say it was somebody you were doing business with in the past and then you don't do business with them now because of whatever the reason is, it was a bad experience. You know what? Everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. My team's made mistakes. You got to own them. You guys have made mistakes. And it's the way you take and own that mistake. It's like, I don't know who coined the phrase. It's not about falling or failing, but it's how you get up. It's how you pick yourself up. And how do you stand up and face that adversity and move forward? Everybody fails. All of the greatest people, all the greatest minds, all the greatest athletes have failed. Failure leads to success. These birthday videos, the texts we're going to talk about today, are easy ways to get you into doing the videos and get over the anxiety, the fear, the hesitation, the what ifs, the everything. And if you need more help, there's an app called Marco Polo. Marco Polo, like when we were kids, we played Marco Polo, that Marco Polo. Go get some friends signed up on that. Friends could be husband, wife, kids, co-workers, anybody. And you shoot videos back and forth, video messages. It's just like FaceTime. So if you got somebody on FaceTime, FaceTime them. Start FaceTime them every day. Get used to holding your phone in front of you and talking to it. Build that confidence up and then put it out online. So, wanted to touch on that from yesterday because several of you guys were like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And you're paralyzed. And trust me, I get it, guys. Been there, done that, sweating bullets. They were recording me while I was sweating bullets, what made it even worse. Everybody knew I was nervous, which made it worse. And it's like, there's nobody here to watch you. You're just doing it in your office, in your car. If you're comfortable on your back patio, go find your happy place. Wherever. If it makes it easier, go to Starbucks. If that puts you in the zone, Starbucks, Dunkin', Panera, wherever. If it makes you more comfortable to do it there, wherever it makes you comfortable, do it. Just do it. You've got to start. If you don't start, you'll never get started. And that's the whole purpose of this challenge. Is like I said from the day one, is you have to break your old habits. And that is the purpose of doing this daily. The daily part, I speak from doing this multiple times. It's why, I've said or asked or I made a statement somehow. Why do I get at this? Why do I do this? It's more practice. It's more repetition. It's more giving back. It's more paying it forward. And I firmly believe the more I help people, the more I'll get in return. Everybody has their issues. Everybody has their relationships. Everybody has this. Everybody has that. I'm going to show you guys plenty of things that you guys are going to want to latch onto. And if you want to do business with us after the fact, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But you know what? I am getting just as much out of this as you guys are, if not more, because I'm doing it every single day. I don't have a choice at 7:30 to not do it. Whether I feel good or bad, I'm doing it 7 days of the week. Whether I'm on fall break or not, I'm doing it. It's dedication. And it's not saying you guys aren't dedicated, but that's the dedication I'm putting to this because I know how this improves my business. And once you get past that hurdle and you understand that, that's where you're going to look back and go, holy cow, what was I so afraid of? This is nothing. Nothing. It's your mind playing tricks on you. I feel like I keep on harping on that, but I feel like so many of you guys need to hear that over and over. And it's like I said before, if the message is important, you need to say it again and 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 so on. You cannot say it enough. There is somebody out there that needs to hear what you've got to say. And your people don't care what you look like. You could have a bad. I mean, look, I haven't got ready to do something like this. Once you get comfortable yourself, you're fine. You roll with it, but you've just got to get comfortable with you and understand that your people want to know what you've got to say. They want to hear what you've got to say. They want to hear what you have to say, I should say. And they don't care what you look like. They don't care if you gain 5 pounds. I mean, heck, me, I hate the way I sound. Seriously, I hate watching playbacks because I hate the way I sound. And everyone's like, what the hell are you talking about, Mike? You've got a perfect radio voice, which is why I got pulled into the radio. And I was like, so what's that say about my face? And that's the whole different story. But the point of the matter is, whatever your objection is, whatever the objection is that day, okay, so maybe you got a pimple, you got some something that's just not perfect, or you whatever. Do whatever you got to do to cover it up and do it. You think you're the only one that has that situation today or ever in life? No. People don't care what you look like. They care about you. They care about your message. They care about what you have to say. That's why they tune in. That's what they want to hear is, what do you have to say? They want to hear that interaction. So start doing it. So if you didn't do your birthday videos, start doing them. I promise you, you're going to have a ton of success with them. And if you're still nervous after today, come back and watch this video. If you know somebody who is nervous, this is going to go out on YouTube. Share it with them. Any way anybody can help, you can help them. It's paying it forward, people. They'll remember it. Your message. And you'll make that connection. That's what you're trying to accomplish. And again, if you need some tests or you need some practice, FaceTime people. FaceTime your kids, FaceTime your family, FaceTime whoever. Download the Marco Polo app and start using it, because all it is the same thing as FaceTiming. But you got to have somebody that downloads it with you, and then you guys talk that way instead of picking up the phone and talk. You're going to video talk. Let's see. So, now that I've got off my soapbox, let's see that's a rant for half the session this morning. So now we got to go fast. So day 4, we are doing a video to text, or text to video. Not text to video. Yeah, respond to a text with video. This one I really like. And I like it because it's efficient. I like anything that creates efficiency. I like anything that helps me do things faster. And it's a heck of a lot faster than me pick up the phone, hit record, and hey, Betty, everything's going good on that. This is that. Here's the blah, 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 boom, send. 1, I didn't have to sit there and text it out. 2, I didn't have to correct the autocorrect or the dictation, because excuse me, the autocorrect in these phones does not always put you where you need to be as far as your verbiage, and you have to go back in and type and fix blah, 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 blah. All that's gone. You just record it, boom, send. And then whoever you're sending it to is going to be like, wow, that's cool. I don't have people video texting me back. That's pretty smart. Plus they see you. Seeing you is totally different than hearing you. Seeing, hearing, you want to be seen. You want to be seen. So whether you're driving down the car, you're getting ready to have lunch, just a quick video, boom, your response. Or you're sitting in your office, You get a text, you respond to, boom, respond. You'll be amazed. Not only will it help you in your time, you'll get good responses from it. That it's not going to be like, oh wow, what's that? That's someone's not going to respond like that, like they would on social media, but it's going to get noticed, whether they acknowledge it or not. I promise you, it's going to get noticed. Because just think about it: if someone just sent you a video text response back, you're like, wow, they're gonna have the same response. And that's what you want: the response to stand out, to be different. Again, that whole crowd, like I was talking about when I was at DC, that the image they showed me was, you want the whole crowd. You know what? I've got a perfect image for that. You want the whole crowd. You don't want to go where the crowd's going. You want to go the exact opposite of where the crowd's going. You want to be that person that stands out from the crowd. You want to be that person that people gravitate to. You want to be that person that everybody wants to hear from. And when you accept that and you're fine with that and you understand that that's what they're coming to hear is what you've got to say, all of these other fears and anxieties and issues just start to go away. I mean, literally, they literally just start to melt away. They don't melt away overnight. I mean, it's not like boom, an epiphany. Ding. No, it's gradually they just start to just go away, and you're no longer having those objections. Of course, when I want to find exactly what I'm looking for, like granted, I got tons of images and stuff saved for videos. I can't find the one what I'm looking for, but I'll find it and I'll post it. But you want to be that one person that's going the opposite direction. You want to, not opposite direction, but you want to be that one person that stands out from the crowd, doing it just slightly different, doing it slightly more creative. And people remember that. You want to be remembered. That's it. Remembered. Why? And it goes back to what I've asked everybody. What makes you stand out from your other fellow realtors? Why? What makes you different? It could be something as simple as that makes you stand out from somebody else that they're talking to. But yet you're too hesitant to do it because you're afraid of what somebody thinks. You want them to think you're different. You want them to think you're unique. You want them to think that you're going to be able to provide something that somebody else can't provide. That's why you do the things that are different, the things that other people won't do. And it goes back to what I said when I got into business and was trained. Are you willing to do the things that other people are not willing to do so that you can do the things that other people do not have the ability to do? And when you sit down and really think about that, I mean, really think about that, it's powerful. It's powerful. All right. I digress. I got back on my soapbox. But this, like I said, it's important. And this is, I want you guys to also remember this when it comes to your messages. If it's important, say it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. You cannot say an important thing enough because not everybody's going to hear it. You may have 2,000 followers in your channel. They're not all going to see it. Maybe a third if you're lucky. So if somebody sees it a second time, consider it divine intervention. They need to see it. There's a reason they need to see that message today. Or maybe they know somebody that needs that message. They forward it to them. If it's important and you're bringing value, they will receive it and they will not care that you've sent it twice. You send the same joke out twice, it loses its effect the second time. Third time, everyone's like, totally different people. Totally different. When you're sending good quality, valuable information, they'll receive it every time. So a text could be personal, could be business, whatever it is. Obviously, the business is where we want to really focus on. But you receive a text back, or you receive a text from somebody. Just simply pull your phone out, record a video, and then attach the text. I mean, attach that video to the text and send it. It's that simple. It's that simple. And again, these are little steps that'll get you to where you're more comfortable, along with the Marco Polo, the FaceTime, and so forth, and get out and start making the videos. Obviously, don't be afraid to fail. I mean, that's been half of the focus this morning, or all of the focus this morning is this has been more about don't be afraid to fail. Because I mean, it's just, You can spend so much time in this. You can spend and go through this in so many different levels with so many different examples with um, people who have failed and people who have turned that failure into so much more. I mean, from some of the greatest inventors to some of the greatest sports people, you so much comes out of failure. You learn how to do so. I mean, that's part of the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to say that prior classes failed to teach me. Those classes focused on specific things. But I know from myself, coming from the whole green screen, the big studio setup, coming down to this, I thought that was going to be super simple. It was hard. Like, what apps do I use? What apps are the best? How do I put this together? How do I make that together? Because I can do everything on this computer, but how do I take and transfer all that to my phone? And that on here, it's not that big of a difference, but there's no real clear roadmap. And that's why we put this together. Because if you're already working with this, I'm going to show you stuff that takes it to the whole new level. Because I come from this world. I mean, full-blown digital cameras, lights, everything. And they're different, but yet they're similar. And once you get comfortable with just doing the basic stuff, I'm telling you, people, you're going to have a blast with this. And you're going to be like, why did I hesitate? Why did I not do this sooner? But failure is part of our success. I mean, you could take that right now and you can make some correlations with the economy and the Fed. The Fed's failure to act, which is historically what they do. And they historically are always slow to respond, or not slow to, well, they're slow to respond to get out in front of inflation, but they're always slow to take their foot off the gas. They're always slow to stop. They don't just come to a point and stop. I mean, like Bernanke, not Bernanke, geez, Bernanke, Powell, September 20th. The statement he made was, or somebody asked him a question, when will you know when we reach that point, or when's enough restriction in the economy going to be enough? And he said, we'll know when we get there. And I'm like, what? You'll know when you get there? Wait a minute. This is the guy leading the economic future of this country, making the decisions and the policies that are affecting the economy, which have a rippling effect to the world. We'll know when we get there. Do you think you can stop the economy on a dime? I mean, heck, let's think about it. The whole debate right now is that they are not looking at data that is 7 to 8 months old. That's coming in that we know is going to continue to decline, which is going to continue to decline in a good way because it's going to continue to bring the inflation down. And we know that inflation is going to continue to drop. So we know it's trending. That's what we call it, trending data. It's coming in and it's going to continue to trend down. And we're looking back 7 to 8 months. So we know inflation is going to go down. And if you do real-time calculations today, based on where things are at, inflation is between 2.3 to 2.5. Not their report rate in the 3s or 4s, depending on which one you're looking at. And they want to be at 2. We're dang near there. And you still have 7 to 8 more months of data coming in. But Powell's response was, we'll know when we get there. Do you stop a train that's been going 60 miles an hour on a dime? No. Does an airplane stop on a dime? No. Does a ship stop on a dime? No. You can't even turn any of these things on a dime. You think you're going to stop the U.S. economy on a dime? Just one day come out and say, oh, we're done and we're here. No. And that's exactly why the Fed's report card looks the way it does. The Fed's report card is always too slow to respond, and they take it too far. Then if we're not in a recession, they push us into a recession. And it's just the way it works. And I'm putting this up real quick because I want to show you guys this one. And then we got to wrap it up and get it out of here. Why is that not coming up? Here we go. I'm recording a video on this so you guys can use it, which is part of what, if you guys are at the Sumner County event where we walked through and showed all the charts on how to explain why Date the Rate, Marry the House works. We're recording a video just with these charts. So when you're talking to a client about that, you can show them why we know rates are going to come down. And what you can see in here is every time they just keep on jacking rates up, going into a recession. All these verticals right here, these columns, those are recession markers. This goes back to 1950. Technically, it's 53, I think, but on the chart, it shows 55. But every time they raise rates going in. This was one slightest section where they were already seeing that they should drop it, but they had already gone too far. But every time they're raising rates. And then the economy stalls. Then the recession starts. And recession's always looking backwards. And then when you come into the once you know you got the recession, they cut the rates. You see the sharp drop every time. Use sharp drop every single time. They're doing the same thing this time. Exact same thing this time. There's no way they're going to stop this thing on a dime. We're probably already in a recession, and you're probably going to see rates sharply correct sometime in the first quarter, worst case second quarter, I hope at the latest. Even though they're saying the exact opposite of the news, they always do. They always get it wrong, which is why you've got to record videos and get this kind of information out there. Because otherwise, your clients are having their minds poisoned with inaccurate information and not the facts. And if you don't explain the facts to them because you're afraid to get on video, you're not going to get that client. Somebody else is going to get that client because they shook off their anxiety and went out and recorded a video and put it out there. Let's see. All right. I didn't expect to keep on down that road. I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I wanted to, how I do stuff, but this was important after talking to some of you guys yesterday. Tomorrow, we are going to start showing you guys how I put stuff together, because I'm going to show you some articles, and I hope you guys are aware of these articles. If you're not, you need to be aware of them, of things that were said about housing and renting and versus buying. And these are perfect things, or things that you should be listening for, that are perfect topics to go do a video on. And when I say content's everywhere, this is what I mean. Content's freaking everywhere. On top of that, you're the content. They want to hear you. They want to see you. They want to hear what you've got to say. And you take this information when you recognize it, and you turn around and internalize it, and then you put out a quick video on it. So there's never a reason you should not have content. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do. I mean, literally, I'm going to show you how I take an article, how I screen grab what I do with it, turn around, boom, and we're literally going to build a post tomorrow. We're going to literally build a post tomorrow. So that's that. And it's 8 o'clock. So I hope you guys have a great day. If there's anything we can help you with, there's any other concerns you guys have, any more anxiety, whatever the issues might be, reach out. Let's talk about it. Let's address them individually. Because like I said, I'm not going to call you out. We're here to support you. We're here to get you over that hump. Everybody starts this at a different level. So everybody progresses at a little bit different pace. But if you're still scared to get started, let's do a one-on-one conversation. Seriously, do a one-on-one conversation. I'll walk you through it. I'll help you every way I can. And we'll get you going. So tomorrow, 7:30, and I'll show you how we start building these things out. We're going to start showing you tools, the different ways we do things. It's different techniques and everything else. And we're going to start rocking and rolling. Obviously, I didn't turn my phone ringer off. Oh, well. You guys have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.